Hey guys, how you doing today? This is David Lucas back here again. Welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be reviewing a TV series that I just started watching on Netflix called You. Now I know season 3 is going to be coming out in 2021, I think. That's what they said. I was recommended it, and then at first I wasn't really sure it would have been my kind of show, because when I first watched the trailers to it, it kind of just seemed like a show that I was like, might probably be a show that my teenage sister probably would have liked to watch, but not really me. And then I started hearing more people talk about it, saying how good it was, and I finally was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try and actually watch it. And then I did, and then I was pleasantly surprised that it was not what I thought it was going to be. It was not some ripoff of Dexter. It was really its own thing, and actually a really exciting show that I really liked a lot. Now, the basic plot of this whole show is that a bookstore's manager that takes an interest in this one girl that comes into the store. Then he starts developing a very toxic obsession over her, and it leads to stalking, it leads to stealing personal items and trying to get rid of certain people in Charlie Live. It leads to a lot of bad things that go on. By the way, this is just going to be a review of the season 1 so far. I am not done yet, ready for my season 2 review yet, so this is just for season 1. Now, to start getting into what I think makes the show so good so far, is that, to begin with, the plot of it is very simple. It's a very simple carry-on plot that's not really over convoluted. It doesn't have a lot of crazy stuff going on. It doesn't really make you stretch your imagination at all. It's really small, simple, and centered, and I really like that a lot. The writing in the show is actually very, very good, and I was very surprised by it. And I like how it's almost written by like a book. And I know I heard that there was actually a book that this is based off of, so it makes sense that it is kind of seems like a book, and you're reading a book because you're basically being told by the main character's perspective. He's telling you the story as it's going on, and I think they do that in a really good job, because that always can be a mistake. When you do that, sometimes it can mess up the whole movie, but they do it in a way in this show to where it's actually works very well, and I like that a lot. It has a lot of twists and turns in this script that's really makes you surprised a lot. Some are very well expected, I'm not gonna lie, but most of them, and the big ones, you don't expect at all that are going to happen. And when they happen, you're just sitting here thinking, what is going to happen? You have no idea how the outcomes are going to be or anything. And it really does test you like that. And it does it multiple times in this one season. I think it's only a 10-episode season, and it does that to you within just these 10 episodes, and it is so good on the writing perspective. The main character of the show is actually very interesting, and usually the main character is what can make a show. If the main character is not cool or interesting or anything like that, then the show probably won't be as good. But in this case, the character is very, very cool and very interesting, and he has a very kind of rich backstory that's still building. We're still finding more out about him as the show goes on. I find out that we don't know much about him just yet, but maybe we'll find out more about him sooner. I believe the actor's name is Penn Badgley. I don't know, I can't pronounce his name right. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so I'm really sorry for saying the name wrong, but you guys know who it is, who the actor is. I think he's actually a fantastic actor, at least in this show he is. I haven't really seen him in anything else. I guess he is another actor in other shows. I admit, I've not seen him in anything other else but this show, and just from seeing him in this show, I can tell he's a good actor. He plays his part well, and I would like to see more of him. I like to see more of what he does in other roles and other shows or movies. I'd like to see more of his acting. I really like how they use his thoughts and his thought process to kind of push the story forward in a way. And again, that's something else that could be, if it's executed wrong, it can suck and be bad. But they don't do this in this show. It's actually executed very well done, and it's done in a way that's kind of fun and interesting, and you get a lot of different perspectives on it. I like that. The character development and pretty much all the characters in the show is actually very fantastic. I really like how it starts out with Peach and Beck, how their characters start out and how they grow. Because at first, I really was annoyed by Peach. I did not like her at all. I thought she was a very dumb character. But as the story goes on and as the episodes go, I end up kind of finding this character interesting. I still hated her near the end, but I didn't hate her in the same way that I did. I hated her because her character was supposed to be kind of hated, but I felt sorry for her at the same time. I felt really bad for her at the end of it, which, again, you should feel, and they did a really good job with that. I really like the character of Beck. She, a lot of times throughout the show, I really didn't like how they would use her, but as the show started wrapping up and starting getting further and further, I ended up really liking how they started to use Beck. Especially in that one episode when they kind of show from Beck's perspective. How we usually see every other episode is from Joe's perspective. He's telling a story. Well, in this one episode, we're actually having Beck tell us a story, and she's telling us her side. And I like how we kind of get to see the different sides and different perspectives and the different ways how they both, how Joe and Beck both tell the story. It's very different and very cool and interesting. I like that a lot. I thought the ending to this first season was very, very shocking and surprising, actually. I did not expect what to happen. I'm not going to spoil anything on here, but what happens, and it happens, and you're just like, whoa, like, where are you going to take this? What's going to happen? How's this going to end? And then when it ends on a big, big cliffhanger, and you're just sitting there guessing, like, what the fuck is happening? It's honestly really good for a first season to do, is to leave you on that cliffhanger, so when the second season comes back, you're right on there for it. And I started the second season. I'm not finished with it yet, but so far it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Honestly, the only thing I could really say that I really didn't like so far about the show is kind of how they over-exaggerate the use of social media, and how they kind of... at first it was cool, at first I liked it, but then they kind of overdo it, and it's kind of to the point where you're just rolling your eyes at this point, like, yeah, really, it's not really like this at all. And that's kind of like my only really gripes with this show so far. And yeah, I really like this show a lot, and I was very, very surprised. Now, the show's not finished over yet, so I'm not going to really give a grading to the show yet, but I gotta say, the first season, fantastic. I can't wait to see what else this show has in store. I can't wait to see more of Season 2, and then more of Season 3 when Season 3 ends up coming out in 2021. I don't even know what's going to happen there, but I can't wait for all that. So you guys stay tuned for my Season 2 review coming out soon, probably in the next few days or something like that. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe and like this video if you like this video and want to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching again, as always, and I'll see you guys next time.